sia capo con quello a mano.
Who's in the room?
We've got our pharmacist, we've got me, we've got one of our junior doctors.
Junior doctors.
And then we've got our psychiatrist as well.
Who's your psychiatrist?
Dr. Marshall.
Oh, Dr. Marshall.
Yeah.
And they're sat in the room?
Yeah.
It's not over a two-way video conferencing now?
We've got someone on Teams as well.
Why?
Because they want
What if I refuse to go to this now?
Pardon?
What if I refuse to go to it?
Then you refuse. But we'd really like to see you to discuss what we're doing going forward. We'd like to have a little chat about housing as well, because I know you've been looking at different housing options, haven't you, with Chris? Yeah.
What other agenda is there? Like, we want to do medication when, like, I'm just an active male. Like, when my brain is active, but they want to make it inactive.
Right, okay.
Why is that? When I'm following the religion to the T.
Yeah, yeah.
And people obviously have arguments in flats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When people are being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, how can I say when people are being disrespectful at the counter? I'd say, yeah, just be quiet, let them serve the food.
Why don't you say all this to them?
I don't need to, because they already know that.
I think it'd be helpful though, Hamza.
I don't need to speak.
Are you sure?
What I need to do is test my blood sugar now, and then we can go in. Is that alright?
So you want to test your blood sugar, then you want to go into the meeting?
Yeah, it's alright.
Would you do
couple
that?
of minutes, yeah.
Okay. Just give me 1 second then.
Okay.
I'll go and report that back and then I'll get someone to do your blood sugars now. Okay?
Yeah, I'm doing my own blood sugars because I've been doing it for like 40 odd years myself.
Oh, right, okay, that's fine. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll wait here for you, dear. Yeah, what's your name again?
Ellie.
Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie. So how do you do it then? Where do you go? What do you do?
Just here, the little medicine.
Medicine room.
Can you say my name? No.
You what?
Can you say my name?
Hamza.
No. My first name.
Hamza?
No, my first name is
What is your first name?
Carla Berova.
Carla Berova.
Carla
Carla
Berova.
Rova.
Carla Berova.
Carla Berova.
Yeah.
I'll keep practicing it.
It's okay, Ellen.
Okay. Right. So, is it in your bed's drawer? Sorry.
It's in there, in that room, in the drawer. I don't know what thing. I can picture where it is now.
Okay, so I'll get the meds keys and then we can do that, alright? Just hold on for the meds keys. Take this down. Do you want to do your blood sugar before you go?
Can you get me some? I'll just wash my hands. Can you get us some paper towels, please, dear? And just bring the. Should I just bring the yellow bats and everything out? Is that alright, dear?
Yeah.
Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Look at that. Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Shivoham.
just I think blood sugar. Why are you laughing?
Why? Because, tell me something about Africa. Come on, speak to me.
Africa. We come from West Africa.
Mm.
Our country is called Ghana.
Ghana, yeah.
It's a very lovely place to be.
Mm-hmm.
We have two seasons, which is the dry season
Mm-hmm.
and the rainy season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we don't have winter in Ghana.
Mm.
Our temperature degrees can go up to 28, 30.
Mm-hmm. In winter?
No,
No.
that's summer.
Mm.
We don't have winter. We don't,
No,
we
but
don't have
like
snow and
in
all
this
that.
time, I know,
In
like
this
in
time.
India, where my God is from.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You've been to India,
4.7. Yeah, I've been to
Perfect.
India, yeah.
I think they'll be waiting for you in there, I guess. Fingers crossed.
Oh gosh.
We've got different natives who speak different languages. We've got Muslims, we've got Christians, we've got Hindus,
Yeah.
we've got
Yes,
Buddhists,
well, please listen and please understand.
all kinds of
I
religions.
do not believe in the intellectual terrorism where they say, right,
Right.
there's only Jesus, there's only Allah,
No, we
there's
accept
cast the wars. Do
everything.
you understand?
Yeah.
My religion is Sanatana Hindu Dharma. I traveled to India 2017, 5 years ago, did a small course, came back. You understand?
Yeah.
Then been online ever since. Got into a relationship with this female. Gosh. The honeymoon period broke up. Boom. Then I just got to see the real being, what she was. You understand?
Yeah.
How can I say? Similar color to yourself, you know. So with this,
Thank you. All the
Paramashivoham.
best with your meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Hold on.
Good. Come on then.
What am I allowed to say?
Anywhere.
You're doing okay. It's better to see you in person than over the screen.
Should we do introductions?
Yeah? What, am I going first or you go?
Go first.
My name is Hamsa Nithyananda. I'm from the Lancaster area. In 2017 I traveled to India. Did a course called Kalpataru Yoga. I have a guru. His name is Paramashivoham Sri Nithyananda Swamiji. And it's changed my life.
Okay, let's do our introductions.
I haven't finished just yet. It's changed my life, and I'm a Kundalini awoke being. My first Kundalini awakening was in the year 2000, 22 years ago. Ever since that day, I have known myself to be God. That's it.
We just got a bit of time break, so if I
Yeah.
do interrupt, I apologize.
It's okay.
Okay, we have colleagues up to see.
I'm Steve.
Spoke to you earlier, didn't I? Thank you, sir.
I'm Sam, I'm a pharmacist.
Well, that's Sam. How are you doing?
My name's Heather, I'm on the ward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Ellie, one of the staff nurses.
Mm-hmm.
And we have two people on screen. We're having some technical problems, so we can't put the cameras on, but we have Veronica. Do you want to introduce yourself, Veronica?
I already know her.
Hi, it's Veronica from the Community Mental Health team. We've met before, a long time ago.
And we have Joanne.
Hamza, it's Joe Ferris from Lancaster Probation. And we did speak briefly, Hamza, when we went back into hospital. So I'm here today because obviously I have to work with the team that you've got there and with Veronica in the community to look towards your accommodation and you move on. So that's why I'm here today, Hamza.
So it's going to be helpful for everybody to stay with what we need to do. Would it be worth me talking about what we've been discussing and what our thoughts are?
If that includes, how can I say, antipsychotic drugs, that no point.
Well, shall I talk about...
I'm not accepting it.
That's fine, we understand that.
Thank you. Yeah.
But we need to talk about what we've been discussing. Because you need to know, don't you? You don't want to be kept in the dark.
I'm not bothered.
So some of it you might disagree with, but it's important that you're in possession of knowledge of what we've been talking about. So we are wondering as a team if your difficulties that led you
I
to
don't have any difficulties. I'm fine.
The situation that led you to come into hospital, we wonder if it was induced by drugs. That's the first point. We'll come back to these, I'm just summarising. We recognise that people or clients that we work with don't always agree with what we think is the path forward, okay? This next bit's so important, Hamza, please don't interrupt me. As a medic, I feel that medication is indicated and will be necessary to promote recovery. I recognise that you disagree. So the crux of the problem now is it a proportionate response to make you take medications, or would that not be a proportionate response? Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
The crux of the matter is...
What does that mean, crux? Crux.
The conundrum, the complexity here.
Complexity of what?
Well, let me explain.
Intellectual terrorism. What you're giving to me right now. I'm wanting to do what?
Hamza.
Give me antipsychotic drugs that destroy people sexually.
Hamza.
At every level. I'm listening.
Would you let me finish? I'm trying to be
without
transparent.
your transparent.
I'm trying to explain our thought processes, but you need to let me.
Go on.
Okay. So when people disagree with a recommendation to take medication, we need to consider as a team if it's a proportionate response to enforce medication.
To enforce medication.
The feeling is, amongst the team, that at this moment in time, it wouldn't be proportionate. It wouldn't be an appropriate response.
Thank you.
I need to make a good, clear decision, because if anything goes wrong, I would be, first of all, incredibly upset that you'd come to any harm.
Oh, yeah.
But second of all, I need to be really clear that it isn't a proportionate response, okay? And you can help me by working with me and engaging with me in this review. The more information you're able to give me, the more you're able to demonstrate you can work with me, the more likely it is that I'm going to agree with the team that, yeah, it's not a proportionate response here. I'm just being transparent. There's no trickery to this. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to harm you. I'm trying to show you my working and where the position I'm at right now. Have you any questions?
I'm more of a listener than a questioner.
So my feeling from a medical, I'm going to look at things from a medical perspective because that's my training, is that we're experiencing, or your contacts with services relate to drug use, and that you're vulnerable to becoming unwell in the context of taking drugs and possibly alcohol. I know that that's something that you disagree with.
No, it's not something that I disagree with at all.
I know that you disagree with my medical perspective that medications have a role here and that would help promote recovery.
No, I do understand that people that are too much, you understand, in certain places, I do understand that there is certain needs of certain things. But I also believe that because I'm an active being now, if I was Tyson Fury here, we'd be, hello, how are you doing? red carpets out, everything. Do you understand? Yeah.
Oh, I don't think we would treat you any differently to others.
Of course you do. Because how many fights have you watched? 2, 3, 4 this Saturday now, and then there's 2 there. Tyson Fury. Have you never seen the Tyson Fury fight? One simple question. How many? It's not got a legit answer. 2. 0. 3. 1. I've never seen a Tyson Fury fight. Alright. Well, be very clear that firstly, I only ended up in this, how can I say, initial mess.
Yeah.
Because I was travelling back and forward from Manchester to see a female, and I was working 7 days a week to travel back to India. But then the restaurant closed down, the hotel closed down. We used to hold 120 people who used to serve daily. Then the coronavirus came around. What do you believe about the coronavirus? How was that initiated?
Well, I know that there's lots of different theories. I personally do think it came from this cave in China. That's my personal feeling.
And what in China? The laboratories in China. Is that correct?
Well, that's not my belief. I know that that is what some people do believe.
That is some of the beliefs. How many strands of coronavirus are there?
I think there's several by now.
Several. Well, there's at least 5 what are known to medical professionals. I'm not a medical professional.
Hamza, do you know what I said at the start? I'm going to keep in touch, and it's just that I know we're on a bit of a time.
Why is that? Because, you know, it said 2 o'clock and you're on a time constraint now. Why? Because we need to get home for the drink and this and that to serve the 5 senses. Hamza. My name is Carla Venable, my first name. I can listen to you, but you're not very good at listening yourself. I've done counselling courses at Chorley. And it's quite funny how I ended up getting arrested there and dragged over rubble and then injected in my neck before even an ambulance came by police. But it's okay.
Hamza, could we have a think about your accommodation?
Yeah?
So I know that you've been working
Yeah.
I know that Joanne has got some thoughts about potential accommodation from when you're discharged. And as part of your probation, you will be required to work with the Aspire team. They may have some options available to them.
Wow, if it's anything like the last, how can I say? Wow. I was asked. I'll let you speak. Like I said.
From Joanne about the options available.
Wow. Well, actually, how can I say? He came and perpetually knocked on my door. Basically, not Joanne. She came on one day, but they had Andrew Stevenson.
Yeah.
Because the music was boom, 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 boom all night from around 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the morning. Then you've got people shouting and screaming outside. Females of like different, how can I say, different orientations, from different backgrounds, from different whatever, living in the Markham and Lancaster area, going to this vibe club.
Hamza, can I just add to that, for what you're saying, which is right. The accommodation is absolutely right, Hamza, what you said. The accommodation where Hamza was staying was located right next door to a nightclub in the town centre. So absolutely, Hamza, I don't think that accommodation was right for you. We talked about that. So what I'm going to do in conjunction with Chris that you're working with is try and approach the council and see if we can find something, Hamza, just in the first instance, that's going to be in Lancaster or Morecambe, because obviously that's where you want to stay, isn't it? Yeah. It's maybe got a supported accommodation element to it, and then with a view to moving you on to your own accommodation. So how do you feel about that? I would ask Hamza that it's not going to be in the town centre, because I do appreciate it was very loud where you were, which caused you some problems.
Okay, dear Joe, how can I say, we've had many conversations before, but with this, I did not appreciate how you and Andrew came up like co-teamed, and how Andrew was acting very strangely, although you was not. you was very nice and one thing and another, but I made you a cup of tea, did I not?
I think I'm I think the accommodation where you were in, the support accommodation there, the staff, Hamza, were only ever concerned about you when they contacted me. Never were they criticising, they were just very concerned about the welfare. So when he came, he was just trying to make sure that you were safe, which is what we have to do. But
I was just safe. I was more than safe. I'm living, I'm alive. I'm alive. Not just safe. Take care of my own responsibilities. And with my religion, that authenticity, integrity, responsibility, and enriching us 4 arms. With Dharma religions, we have the 4 arms like on a swastika, which is Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. We do not believe in the Abrahamic religions, but we accept them because they are talking about God. With this, I've already told you.
I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
Because your accent keeps changing.
Well, it does.
What's that about?
What's that about? It's called being like cultured. Completely cultured.
Do you know everybody here and everybody on the school, we all want you to recover?
There's no recovery. This is not going to change. That's that. There's no recovery. I'm already recovered. How can I say, when I go to India, how do you expect me to speak? Like, none like the Indians, because you've been here.
It's up to you how you
Obviously, exactly, yeah. So when I've been online for like, since 2013, studying Hinduism daily, and I interact with different people, and how I'm gonna, what language I'm gonna pick up, it's gonna be Sanskriti, what my name is. Do you understand? So when I'm speaking back to people online, or like when I do my, how can I say, different mantras, that's what the 108 japa beads are around here for. That's what that's for. Son of India. Well, that's what that's for. That's why I like organic vegetarian food. And I'm going vegan. But if I wish to, I can have a little drop of milk here. I can do whatever I want. But if I request vegan food here, I should be getting vegan food here. Yes, I've already requested it. I've been requesting it for the past, say, like the week or something like that. It's okay. And I put, that's okay. That's not a problem. I'm not saying there has been a problem, I've been out and got the certain things today, thankfully, because you give me an hour out on my own. I stuck by the rules.
Yeah, we can start to build that up.
Thank you, dear.
Hamza, I think the conclusion of today is that we need to get a bit of clarity on accommodation.
Thank you.
I think the probation team will continue to support you until April. Just let me finish.
Okay, I'll let you finish, then let me speak, yeah? Is that okay?
One of the conditions of the probation is that you do engage with the Inspire team. And I do think it will be worth linking in with them. You could give them a ring whilst you're here.
Well, let's be very clear. Okay, that's not a problem.
Thank you.
Okay. How can I say it? Firstly, like I was getting back to the first incident, where how I ended up in a mess in Chorley, and there was nothing that they could get on me, like blood tests, swab, or any negativity from me, because I've given up smoking for almost 5 years and I have a witness for that. You understand? So from being, how can I say, a heavy cannabis smoker, I gave up for 5 years and I got into yoga and I started practicing the different yoga movements, the asanas of yoga, the 12 postures of the 108 Surya Namaskar. Then doing like on the seafront and stuff like that. Then I was in a situation where they just kept setting the fire alarms off in the building where I was. It's like not only radiating, it's like sound vibration. And I have like this how can I say, going off thing now. We have in the Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we have a technique that is called the completion technique. Completion is where any stressful event, anything that you're scared of, anything that's like stopping you from going out of an evening and saying, I don't want to go down that road because this happened. Like somebody got attacked, somebody that you seen that you knew got almost killed or something really bad. You know, you don't want to go down this dark alley because the last time you was there, someone was chased you or anything. See, I'm going back, the voice is changing because I'm going into Kalagaraba.
Well, it's confusing because I'm quite a simple culture.
I understand that. Right. Well, maybe you need to sit down and speak to me.
Yeah.
You know, I can't, you know, I'll never hit anybody unless they're going to come and, you know, like, I'll never hit anybody unless they're going to hit me, you know, and that's that. I've always been like that. I've never been like one for bullies and stuff like that at all.
I think we all know that answer.
Thank you. I'm glad about that. And anyway, going back to, that's a completion technique where you relive these events. You go into the meditation technique and you pen everything down, everything that happened in the event, and you relive it over 6 times. You keep reliving to relive it from your consciousness, from your idea that you may experience it again. You relive it and relive it and relive it until it's just relieved from your being.
Hamza,
Yes, dear.
coming to the end of the release.
Okay.
So you're going to keep working with Joanne?
I want to keep working with Joanne only under the pretenses that, how can I say, it was the PC Jennings that attacked me, and that's why the thing got pushed out of the cart room, but they said, we're going to make you a deal as they do in cart rooms. Do you understand? They said, we're going to make you a deal and you'll be all right. This really big block with it. Why does it call it?
The big wig thing.
Yeah, the wig things. We're going to have to make you a deal. We're going to be all right. We've got from your past record this, that, the other, and you said this, and they made up a lot of...
I think, Hamza, can I just add something, Hamza?
Yeah, you can.
I think we have to agree, because we have met, we have to agree that you and I have to work together, absolutely, with all of the support that you've got here, Veronica, plenty of support. We have to do that, Hamza, because we absolutely don't want you to go back before the courts.
Well, please listen and please understand, Joe. Please listen and please understand, dear Joe, that firstly, I was falsely accused of everything that was in front of you. She's not listening.
We don't want to get to the point where we're even anywhere near court. So all I'm advising you to do, Hamza, you know how difficult it is in the community to access this level of support. So just to engage with the staff you've got there, we'll do everything when you come out. But it's about taking up those opportunities, Hamza. It is with Inspire, everything else that we can put before you, because we don't want this to go the other way, Hamza. We absolutely don't. We don't want you back in the courts, but you've got to comply with your court order. And part of that is that you and I then work with Inspire, and that's going to help you, isn't it? And with Veronica, of course.
So Hamza, we have come to the end
Yeah.
today. I think what we'll do is, should we put a discharge plan meeting in? But as soon as we have clarity on accommodation, because she's going to live here with Joanne, so when this is that, we'll ask him. We'll hold off the medication for now, recognising that medically I'm recommending it, but
Thank you, dear.
Okay. Thank you, Hamza.
Thank you, dear.
And are you going to give Inspire a ring?
Inspire, what is the pretenses of this Inspire
So
card?
it's part of your probation.
Okay.
The drug and alcohol team, they want to work with you, they can prescribe things if necessary.
Don't need anything prescribing or
Okay,
anything
that's
like
fine, we
that.
don't have to.
How can I say, I want to be straight with you. I was using a little bit of cannabis coming off the psychoanalyst, the antipsychotic drugs.
Yeah, okay.
I couldn't, made my knee worse again. Do you understand?
Hamza is part of your probation. We will leave it there.
Probation.
It's part of your
It was
probation.
a false accusation, really. And all it was for non-due care and attention. It was a false thing. They had to do something because they beat me up and strapped me. I don't know if I've still got no, it's on the other phone. No, I've still got them somewhere on my emails, but somebody tapped my emails as well. Somebody tapped my phone because I had like, how can I say, 93 videos of me freestyle rapping and stuff like that, just going like that.
Hamza, we're going to leave it there.
Okay.
We're going to work on your accommodation, so Joanne and Chris are going to work together.
Thank you. So I'm not having any, how can I say, the drugs are off the scale. Thank you.
For now, Hamza, for
Thank
now,
you.
if there's changes clinically, we'll need to revisit this decision.
We can give you the number for Inspire. All right.
So what? Yeah. So if we could just go over that quickly again. What is this Inspire about? What drugs? Now I can help them in at Inspire.
Part of your community order, Hamza, you have to comply with that. And that's what I'm saying to you. We don't want this to go back to court. And that's what potentially could have happened, Hamza. So it's just re-inspire, taking all the opportunities so we're not getting to the point where you breach your order. That's why you have to call them, Hamza, because that is a requirement of the community order. And I'm sorry to bring that in, but we have to make sure, I've got to make sure that you don't get any more trouble. So call Inspire, I'm going to refer you in, because we're going to take every opportunity to keep you away from the court.
I don't accept that. I've done my 10 hours. I've done everything that I've been requested to do. You at the end of it are now trying to add this on to my what? To you and Andrew coming up knocking on my door perpetually for how long? Over that weekend. It's called harassment. And I already phoned the police on Andrew, so I don't know the outcome of that, but I can phone the police instead of phoning whatever. So with this, you're adding on to something that is not legitimate. So please explain your what with who. Who would it, yeah, go on, explain it, please, dear. I know you're coming to the end of the thing. Write me a letter, I don't need a letter, just explain in my ear. I'm a better listener than a letter reader. Oh, why is that? So it started from 25 past, you only had half an hour.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
go on. I'm a good listener, Joanne.
This is not your fault, Hamza. It's my computer's telling me it's going to log me out. I don't go without saying goodbye. I will write a letter to you telling what you need to do just so that we can get that support in place, okay? I will write.
Take me back to court then. Take me back to court, what for? I've done everything that's been requested. What are you going to say? Boom, it's dropped. Yeah.
Thank you, Hamza.
Thank you, dear.
We've got to the end now.
Okay. Thank you.
Do we set another date, or is it just a case that I'll just keep in touch with you by, you've got my email address anyway, and if you can just let me know, Chris, and then I'll feed back to you where we're up to.
Joanne, I've asked for a discharge planning meeting to be put in when there's greater clarity on accommodation. So ideally in the next sort of 7 days or so, I guess I just got to wait for you and Chris to link in with each other and then feed back to the team. Okay. Thanks, Hamza. We're finished now.
Okay, dear.
We leave the room.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, about the diabetes update.
I'll get you about that briefly. So previously I didn't have access to the computer while I was speaking lunch, so I did speak to you about the wrong number.
So what was that, sir?
So initially your hemoglobin A1C level was high in 2020.
Yeah, a little bit high, yeah.
It was like around 84. Now it's coming down to 72. That's the recent latest blood.
Yeah.
But according to the guideline that I have, it's still above the limit. So it should, with the known diabetes for your physical health, you should be around 64.
Well, let's be very clear that once you enter the 40s, the age of the 40s, then it is better, and if you are an active person, to be having the glucose levels just a little bit higher in a range of about 8 to 10.
No, I'm not talking about the glucose level. I'm talking about your 3 monthly diabetes level.
Yes, it will be going a little bit higher, but I don't, how can I say, the people that are initiating ketones just in the diet.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go with this, thank you. I do know a lot about diabetes and triglycerides and one thing and another. That will just kill everybody's health, not only just mine, but yours. with the diet that you're having with this. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, what's your name again, dear? Ellie. Thank you, Sam, and thank you, what's your name, sir? C. C. Thank you, C. With this. I'm a very active person. I'm very agile on one thing and another. That doesn't mean that, you know, I want to like do anything bad to anybody unless they do not at all. On the contrary. Thank you, dear. It's okay, it's 3 o'clock now. Yeah, okay. I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you, dears. Okay, speak soon. Okay.
Thank you.
You got to press the red circle, yeah.
Thank you, dears.
Thank you.
Alright. Have they left you to this? Have they left you to this?
I like to keep my hands in all jobs. You never ask
Here's a
someone
pound
to
then.
do something you wouldn't do yourself.
That's it. Well, you stay on the right side and God will be alright with you then.
Pardon?
You stay on the right side of things and God will be right with you. Thank you, Lord. Paramashivoham.